Let's break down a major moment in the world of crypto, one that could reshape the landscape for millions of users and investors alike. For the first time, Kraken and Pi Network are finally crossing paths, sparking excitement and speculation across the crypto community. Kraken is a giant in the crypto space, a trusted global exchange that's often compared to Wall Street, but for digital assets. It handles billions in trades every day and is renowned for its robust security, transparency, and strict regulatory compliance. For many, Kraken represents the gold standard of crypto trading. On the other side, Pi Network is a grassroots project with a bold vision. It allows anyone, anywhere, to mine cryptocurrency right from their phone. No expensive hardware or technical know-how required. Pi's mission is to make digital money accessible to everyone, not just the tech-savvy or wealthy. Millions of pioneers around the globe have been tapping their phones daily, building a massive community and waiting for the day when their Pi coins become tradable and truly valuable. Kraken stands for the established institutional side of crypto, where big money, professional traders, and regulatory oversight dominate the scene. Pi Network, in contrast, is the people-powered upstart. It boasts a massive user base, but so far its coins have little market value and remain unlisted on major exchanges. For years, these two worlds seemed completely separate. Kraken had the money, the infrastructure, and the trust of institutions. Pi had the people, the grassroots energy, and a dream of financial inclusion. The big question has always been, when will a major exchange finally take Pi Network seriously and give its users a real shot at liquidity? Pioneers have been waiting, sometimes impatiently, for their coins to gain real-world value and for a breakthrough listing that could change everything. Now, with Kraken's latest move, that long-awaited moment might finally be within reach. The crypto world is buzzing with anticipation. This could be the turning point for Pi Network's journey, from outsider status to mainstream adoption. Let's dive in and see exactly what's changed and why this matters for the future of digital currency. On February 6, 2026, Kraken quietly updated its public roadmap, making a subtle but significant change that caught the attention of the crypto community. And for the first time, Pi Network appeared under the Chains section, right alongside other established blockchain projects. This isn't just a rumor or speculation. It's an official signal from Kraken itself, indicating that the exchange is actively exploring Pi's blockchain for potential integration. Adding a project to this list means Kraken's technical team is beginning the process of evaluating the coin's technology, security, and overall viability for their platform. It's the very first step toward a possible listing, not an immediate launch or guarantee, but it's a crucial milestone in the journey. For the Pi community, seeing their project officially recognized on Kraken's roadmap is a huge moment, one that validates years of effort and anticipation. It's the first time a top US exchange has formally acknowledged Pi Network, putting it in the spotlight for the entire industry to see. Think of it like a college scout sending a letter to a high school athlete, an invitation to prove themselves on a bigger stage. It's not a contract or a promise, but it's a clear sign they're being seriously considered and that the door to new opportunities is now open. Alongside Pi, Kraken added several other projects to their roadmap, but for pioneers, this is the recognition they've been waiting for, a sign that their project is finally being noticed by major players. It's a formal nod from a major exchange that Pi is now on their radar and that the world is watching what happens next. The journey to a full listing has officially begun, and for Pi Network, this is just the start of an exciting new chapter. Let's be clear, Kraken's roadmap update is exciting, but it's not a guarantee of a Pi listing. It's a significant development, but it's only the beginning of a much longer process. For those following Pi Network, this is a moment to pay attention, but not to get ahead of ourselves. This is Kraken saying, we're looking into Pi, not you can trade Pi tomorrow. It's a public signal of interest, not a promise or a commitment. The difference is crucial. Many projects reach this stage, but only a few make it all the way to a full exchange listing. The process now involves deep technical and compliance reviews. Kraken's team will test Pi's blockchain for security, stability, and regulatory fit. They'll look for vulnerabilities, assess the network's resilience, and ensure it meets all the necessary standards for a global exchange. They'll scrutinize the project's leadership, token distribution, and legal standing. Every aspect of Pi's operation will be under the microscope, from how tokens are allocated to how the team communicates with regulators. If Pi passes these checks, a listing could follow, but there are no promises. Even after a thorough review, exchanges sometimes decide to wait or walk away if concerns arise. Kraken has shown interest before, offering Pi futures contracts for speculation, but this is the first step toward real spot trading. Futures let people bet on price, but don't involve the actual coin. The difference? Spot trading means you can actually buy and hold the real coin, not just bet on its price. It's a much bigger deal for both the project and its community. This move signals Kraken is moving from speculation to potential integration. It's a shift from watching Pi from the sidelines to considering it as a real part of their platform. The Pi community should celebrate, but also stay patient. There's still a long road ahead. Excitement is natural, but it's important to stay grounded and realistic about the timeline. Many projects get this far and stall. Only the best make it to full listing. The competition is fierce, and the standards are high. For now, it's a positive sign, but not the finish line. There's still work to be done and hurdles to clear. The real test is just beginning. What happens next will determine if Pi truly earns its place on a major exchange. Stay tuned for what comes next and keep watching as this story unfolds. For millions of pioneers, Kraken's interest is more than a technical update. It's long-awaited validation. After years of skepticism and daily effort, this is the first major sign that Pi's promise could become reality. Being recognized by a top exchange like Kraken gives Pi new credibility and changes the narrative from maybe to potential. This could open the door to wider adoption, more developers, and a stronger ecosystem. A Kraken listing would make Pi accessible to millions of new investors, fueling growth and innovation. It's also a morale boost for a community that's waited years for a breakthrough. The hope, this is the first domino, leading to listings on other major exchanges. And of course, a listing could bring new demand and help support the price. For pioneers, this is the glimmer of hope they've been waiting for. PiCoin's journey hasn't been easy. Its price recently hit a low of $0.13, down over 95% from its $2.99 peak. Market cap sits around $133 billion, but that's a steep drop, pushing Pi out of the top 50 cryptos. Daily trading volume is often under $33 million, signaling weak liquidity and high price volatility. Technical indicators like the RSI show Pi is oversold, but momentum remains negative. Key support sits at $0.1533. If it breaks, the next stop could be $0.10. The project is stuck in a cycle of low volume, falling prices, and fading interest. That's why Kraken's move is so important. It could break the cycle and inject new life into the market. A major exchange listing brings fresh liquidity and renewed confidence. For traders and holders, this could be the catalyst for a turnaround. The market is watching closely for what happens next. Pi Network's challenges go beyond price. Its KYC process has been a major bottleneck. Millions of users are stuck in verification limbo, unable to access or trade their coins. This limits the circulating supply and frustrates the community. Internal leadership controversies and unclear communication have also raised doubts. For exchanges, stability and professionalism are critical. Any sign of discord is a red flag. These issues have kept Pi off top-tier US exchanges until now. Without major listings, it's hard to build trust and liquidity, creating a vicious cycle. Kraken's interest could finally help Pi break through this wall. A Kraken listing could transform Pi Network overnight. The biggest benefit? Liquidity, making it easy to buy or sell Pi without wild price swings. Pioneers would finally have a secure, regulated way to cash out or invest, especially in the US. This would give Pi real-world utility and boost confidence among holders. Kraken's stamp of approval could attract new investors and developers, fueling ecosystem growth. Other major exchanges might follow, expanding Pi's reach and legitimacy. More trading means more stability and a healthier market. This could be the momentum Pi needs to become a major player in crypto. Today, trading Pi coin is fragmented and risky, listed on a few exchanges with low liquidity and wide spreads. US investors face extra hurdles, and large trades can swing the price dramatically. For most users, it's an intimidating market with unpredictable prices. Now imagine Pi listed on Kraken, a trusted, regulated platform with deep liquidity and tight spreads. Millions of users would have easy, secure access to Pi, making trading smoother and more reliable. Kraken's high volume would stabilize prices and allow for large trades without chaos. The result? A mature, healthy market for both casual users and serious traders. This is the future the Pi community is hoping for. A Kraken listing could make it real. So what's next? Watch for official announcements from Kraken. Roadmap inclusion is just the start. The next milestone, Kraken confirming technical and compliance reviews are done and announcing deposit and trading dates. The Pi core team must work closely with Kraken and keep improving KYC to maximize impact. Traders will watch Pi's price for signs of a turnaround as news develops. Broader crypto market trends will also play a role in Pi's momentum. The community should celebrate, but stay patient. Full listings take time. The next few months are crucial for Pi's journey into the mainstream. Stay tuned for updates as Pi Network moves closer to its breakthrough moment.